trying melatonin and different sleep aids, and nothing has worked for me. Nothing.
This stuff works.
And it's called cutscene.
This stuff just feels like I naturally am falling asleep.
It's made for us gamers.
Trust me, from a streamer and gamer like myself, I know how hard it is.
Cutscene helps the gears stop turning.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm drinking lemonade.
This actually also helps you put yourself into a routine.
This stuff has been such a game changer for me.
And then you just have a great night's sleep. And when I woke up the next day at 7 or whatever time it was, I just felt like I slept through the night.
This is not BS. This is legit clean stuff.
It's sugar-free, it's gluten-free, it's natural, it's vegan.
I love drinking it on my last game of the night.
Enough! Enough! It works! It works! It's good!
Alrighty, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back from the Truck Series winter break. We had a couple weeks off. Coming back, switching from just some left-hand turns to taking some rights and left here at Mid-Ohio. A very tricky track, and we'll get to that here in a bit. But these guys have 3 races left in the regular season until we start a playoff. Let's go ahead and go over those 3 remaining races. So, remaining left in the regular season here at Mid-Ohio. Next, we got Auto Club. And then after that, we go to Kentucky. One of my favorite tracks to go to in these trucks. So it should be fun to broadcast. And then after those 3 races, we will start our 4-race playoff. Basically, I believe the way they do it is they take the top 8 or 10 in points. And then if you had won a race and you met a certain amount of starts, you also get put into the playoffs. So I think we're going to have 15 or 16 total drivers, but where the playoffs are going to work, it's going to be 4 races. Everyone starts off with the same amount of points, and the person with the most points after the 4 races will be crowned your season 3, I think, truck champion for here in Relentless, season 3 or season 2. But going back to this track to what I was talking about, how it's tricky, I'm trying to see if I can't find anyone near the corner, and I'll pause and break it down for you. Haven't done a lot of racing here. We'll see the 17 coming up too. We'll go ahead and do a chase camera here. So one of the more tricky turns in this corner is you see the 17 getting loose there. Try to go to another truck. Trying to show this corner off. Whoa, what's Nathan here? You see it go through that sharp hairpin that's technically turn 2. And this track is a very loose track. It is a lot of throttle control. Like even right here, I'm coming up. You'll see what I'm talking about. So this turn is just your normal, brake, 90-degree left, right-hand turn right here. This one coming up right here. We'll pause it real quick. It is very tricky because you see, we're right on board here actually. See if we can get a better view of it. See how blind that turn is? So we'll slow it down, and right here, it is so easy to get loose. You see Nathan really find it right here. And this is a live view, so I don't know if he loses it or not. But, and that just shows you how tricky that corner's tricky, in my opinion. But that shows you how tricky that corner is. And I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of our issues coming down to that corner. Is your truck gets so light. Like, any smidge of gas will just get you sideways. We'll go ahead and pull up the current lap times here. That's qualifying. Our practice is done. See Mr. Booby Rafferty getting that quick time. And he can't qualify. So actually, let's drag Mr. Booby Rafferty up. What is going on, Bobby?
What's going on, Mr. Isaac? How are you?
I know you're getting EUL, but I was wondering if you could go out there and maybe get a Blacksburg Racing pits unsafe and go kind of talk us through this track. And I know turn 5 is probably the most trickiest turn here, but just talk everyone through like what's going on in each corner.
Unfortunately, I can't because I've already hit
ready to race. Damn you. Alrighty.
But during the race, like I told you, if you want to pull me up at a certain point, we'll be doing a back to the front challenge, see how far I can go. But I have zero issue hanging out with you for a little bit and talking you through what we're doing.
I just know that uphill left-hander, it's so tricky because any car you drive, it don't matter if you're driving an Indy car or a stock car, your car gets so light, and you want to take it quicker because you think you can, because you should be able to. But with that hill being right there, it lifts all the weight off the truck.
That entire section, that entire complex there. So you're right from the right off the backstretch all the way to the last corner is extremely technical, and that uphill left-hander, yes, the truck gets extremely light, but I actually don't find that the most tricky part of the track. To me, it's the very next section, that double right-hander, because you're able to carry so much speed through there, and when you exit that double right-hander, you have yet another crest that you have to go over, and it's very, very easy for either the front to wash or for you to spin the rear tires and for you to spin the truck out. And that, again, that just comes down to the amount of speed that you are able to carry through there. It's a very fine line between, okay, I've got the grip, and, oh no, I'm going to die.
Yeah, we're actually watching Nathan qualify right now. He spun out under braking into turn 2. Is that a common mistake we might see here tonight?
I think you're going to see that from a lot of guys. This is one of those tracks where you really have to slow down to go fast, and with 102 track temp that we're seeing right now currently, there's not a whole lot of grip. I mean, my practice time of a 28.3, I'm still getting used to it, but I don't think there's more than maybe a 27.8, 27.7 maybe out there currently. So it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely that fine line of, hey, we're doing good, and hey, we're not doing so good.
Yeah, and I'm just taking a quick look. It looks like a good majority of the more high-speed corners, or corners you're coming out with a higher speed, you get quite a bit of runoff here. And with the update iRacing did 2 seasons ago, with grass actually acting like grass and not ice, I think that might help some people be able to finish this race, not tear their trucks up, just slide through the grass, gaining speed while they're on the brakes.
No, absolutely, and that's something that me personally, I've been waiting for iRacing to fix for going on 13 years now. It's like, oh, you want some extra speed? Just hit the grass. It's like somebody hit the nitrogen.
Can I say this? I am really looking forward to Daytona 24 for more than ever now, because my main area I screw up at is that right-hand turn before you get back onto the track. I would always go off track right there, and you get on the brakes right there, no matter what car you're in, you're gaining speed in the wall. So I'm kind of happy now. If I mess up my braking point, the grass will slow me down, not the wall.
Pro tip with that, I think I know it's the second to last corner in the infield.
Second to last, yeah, the last right-hander you take.
So pro tip on that, on the right-hand side, there's a line of cones leading up to that braking zone.
Oh yeah, I know where to brake at. It's just
I've always braked at the very start of that line of cones, and most guys are like, oh, you can go in deeper. Yeah, but I'm not on the brakes as hard. I let the car roll through that braking zone a little bit, make sure it's woed up twofold, so I don't go off on that grass area, and I can get a straighter shot.
Yeah, I'm talking about when I get to, like, later on in the session, when you get to that 12, 16-hour mark, and you're dog tired, and it's your turn to drive. Yeah, you have a tendency to miss your braking point. So that was the main one I always miss. Just because, like you said, that's the only braking reference you have are the cones. And if you're like spacing off, or you're tired, and your reactions aren't there, and reflexes aren't there, a lot of times you'll miss that braking point at Daytona, and into the wall you go, and a good old meatball you have. So I'm really looking forward to this because, well, I'm coming off a win last year, but I'm just looking forward to hopefully be able to keep the car in one piece.
Yeah, we're going. Exiled AWG is going into Daytona 24, running the LMP1, which will be completely different
The
for me.
LMP1 is in Daytona 24 this year?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're lying. They have the
LMP1.
LMP2, GTP, and LMP1?
LMP1, yep.
Wow, I did not know the LP1s are in Daytona 24 this year.
Can I get a EOL, please?
All right, man. Good luck this race.
Have a good broadcast. I'll talk to you soon.
So we got a lap to pace. Jeremy, Middle High, the fun track. Should have tried to make it. Yeah, Chad. That track map is sweet. Yeah, it is. Where did it go? It disappeared on me. I'll have to reload it up. All right, I'm gonna reload this up real quick, and then we'll go over the track conditions. I want that track map back. I like it up on road courses so I know where they're at. There it is. All right. So we'll go over the race info real quick. You heard Bobby say, "Oh wow, the track temp went up 10 degrees. Actually, it's 112 degrees now, so it's gonna make that turn very tricky." The whole S section you see. Let me click off right here. Right here, this whole section right there. You see where my cursor's at. That is gonna be where you see the most problems, and right here, this corner in this area, it's not too big of an issue because you're not carrying a lot of speed into this hairpin right here, and that's just your typical 90-degree left-hander you'd have at a road course. But this hairpin, with it going uphill, and these S's, they're going to be very tricky. So 112-degree track temp, a little bit of wind, not sure what direction it is, but we have wind somewhere. And then we'll go over our starting lineup. Whoa, what in the world did you do that for? There he goes. Alright, so getting that pole position and that bonus point is that 47 of William Bosworth. You actually have a Canadian front row. Spencer Dewsbury will be second. Row 2, you have Joe Robert and Nathan Penley. Row 3, Jeremy Medford and Michael Ball. Row 4, Justin May and William Moore. Row 5, Brian Luke and Bobby Rafferty. He's going to get EOL. Nathan Fuller, Derek Cannon. Row 6. On to row 7, you'll have Zach Bucher and Joseph Nallback. Row 8, Anthony Frey, who'll be getting EOL, and Evan Lundy. Oh, we have actually a short pace lap. So there's the rest of the field. I did not know there was a short pace lap. Here we go. So Dewsbury and Bosworth going at it, going into this first corner right here. Trying to get a better camera angle. These camera angles are horrible. I do apologize. Jeremy, if you're watching, if my mic is too low, please let me know. Everyone doing a pretty good job against these first turns. William Bosworth leading the way. That short pace lap threw me all off. Alright, I'm here though. So Bosworth, Dewsbury, Penley, Ball, Robert, your top 5. You got some battling going on behind him. Aaliyah Fuller looking to the inside. It is Fuller who could not get that qualifying lap put in. He had fast lap in practice, or a fast lap in practice, one of the top 5. Going to try going too wide, and you can't really do that in the corner. He's going to suffer, going to fall back a couple of spots, going to lose 3 or 4 spots, maybe 5 to the 90 of May trying to get around him here. And that's another very tricky thing about this track, is there's not a lot of areas to pass. And they see Robert having issues. Joe is falling back. What happened to Joe here? Oh, and he pulled back up on track. So Joe Robert having issues. He actually qualified inside that top 10. Let's see what happened here with Mr. Joe. We'll have to go to a different angle of this. My apologies. These cameras are just horrible. I think he's got on the brakes a little too hard, so he gets really light right there. Oh no, he had a little bit of contact, a little bit of help from the 81 right there. That little nudge that sent him around into the grass. No damage, but he is going to lose a lot of time because of it. Bobby said he's going to try to make ways to the front, so he fell all the way back. He has already made his way up into 11th, now 10th, working to the inside of Ludi. I think I said Lundy earlier. Ludi, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm saying let's go Spencer. That's going to be Dewsbury. Dewsbury currently running in that P2 position. Already falling back 2 seconds from Bosworth. Surprisingly, not too many cars having, or trucks having too many issues. As I see that Sam Gordon having issues in a 42 machine. Joe Robert doing the same thing Fuller did. You can't go too wide there. I'm surprised they're still trying to do it. Ryan Lucan having issues. Oh, Joe giving Sam Gordon the nudge saying, get out of my way, dude. I actually crinkled up that rear fender a little bit. Going on. Back to the guy on a mission. That's Bobby now looking to the inside of the 13 and Cannon for 9th. He can get it done here in turn 1. So on 3 laps, Bobby's already went through the whole field basically. Your current biggest mover is a 17 of Philip Bridgman. He is up 8 spots from where he started. And more than likely, I believe these guys should only have to stop once. I know the last road course I did race, and that was Watkins Glen. There's only one stop race, so I would predict this is the one stop race as well. But Bozer, he is a man on a mission to collect this win here tonight. 3 laps in, already up almost over 3 seconds. Take a look at some times these guys are putting down. The last time by, Bose were 1.2 seconds quicker than Dewsbury in second. Bobby stuck back there in traffic, running a little bit slower than him as well. Sam Gordon went off track. He is still off track over there. Has a little bit of that right rear damage from the Joe got in the back of him. Doesn't look like he had any more damage. Just spun around waiting for the right time to merge back on the track. It's a parking lot loop around Atlanta. It is the old Atlanta tomorrow, Connor. Both are just on a Sunday stroll here tonight. 4.5 second gap. Meanwhile, Bobby, he has made his way up to 7th. I don't look for any valves on track. Not really seeing any. Let's actually go on board here with Bobby for a lap as he gets around the final corner. You can really tell he is really off the throttle for a long period of time around that left-hander. saw the lap around the track inside the cockpit of Mr. Bobby Rafferty, and you can definitely tell he is fighting that truck all the way around on this very, very hot track to him. Joe Robert having issues again. Currently running in 13th. He's actually made a pretty good rebound from spinning out, sitting just outside the top 10 here on lap 6 of 40. A bit back, a little bit further up in the field, just inside the top 10. You got the 65 and more, the 13 Cannon riding pretty close together. And just behind him, actually, you got another guy who started in the back. The 14 is Zach Bucher. Man, Zach, I don't know who made that paint scheme. That is one good-looking paint scheme, dude. No, this is not Old Atlanta. This is Mid-Ohio, dude. What? You have Old Atlanta tomorrow in the Cup Series. Actually, speaking of the Cup Series, let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. We don't have no cautions here. Friday Night Cup Series does finish out the round of 16. After tomorrow night, 4 drivers will be eliminated. Eric Warman, winning last week, locked himself into the round of 12. So they have 150 laps of racing tomorrow at good old hot Atlanta. Only 4 extra sets of tires, so saving those tires is going to be crucial there tomorrow. And right out the field for the Relentless Racing League, you have Arcos who will be going to here on Thursday. And I don't know how much I'm looking forward to that. Oh, Joe sends it in way deep. And that's that runoff I was talking about. Joe able to kind of get lucky and not take no damage there. Let's go back. I saw that behind Zach. Joe just overshot the heck out of that entry. And so the update me and Bobby were talking about is old, like 2 seasons ago, excuse me, before they did this update, Joe would have just gained speed and slammed into the wall right there. Well, luckily for Joe, this is a race we're doing about almost 3 months later. No, almost 4 months later. That's Dewsbury. He's falling back 9 seconds back, and I think Penley's been slowly but surely catching him. Go up to the 75 of Spencer Dewsbury. Running there in P2. Let's take a look at some last lap times between him and Penley. And their lap times are fairly close, too. I mean, 2 100s quicker, 2 tenths slower, 10ths slower, 10ths quicker, 2 tenths quicker. So it's not a huge gap in lap times between the two. Compared to if you look at the laps between Bosworth and Dewsbury, Bosworth's a second quicker almost every lap these last 5 laps. Said Joseph Nalback actually crashed. Let's go back to what happened here to Nalback. Look at this Nalback's return. I know he had to take some time off due to I think he had shoulder surgery. This is his first race back. Oh, he just spun in and out. Oh, it's not a good spot to spin out. So Penley is slowly closing that gap. And just behind Penley, you have a couple more guys battling out for position. You have Jeremy Medford and Nathan Fuller behind him. Right now, this is the battle for second. Really the only decent battle we have out here on track right now. Back a little bit further. There's Medford trying to get a pass complete on Penley. Oh, hold on, Chad. Hold on. I can actually do it. Forgot how to do it. Thank you, Chad, for saying that. Oh, and Medford sends it in too deep. Oh, and it clicked Penley as well. Thank you, Chad. I got it fixed. Appreciate it. I didn't catch exactly what happened there, so let's go ahead and go back and re-watch that there. It looks like Medford just sent it in too deep. That's exactly what happened. He just had to get on the brakes there to stay out of Penley. And actually, Dewsbury, there it goes. He went off track as well. And he had overshot the corner, washed off the track. A little Blinky McGee going on right there. He's going to lose second place to Nathan Penley. We had a tight battle for second between 4 trucks, and 2 of them going off. Two of them having issues separated that pack of drivers, and that actually moved Bobby up into 5th. Take a look at Fuller. Take a look at what damage he might possibly have. Actually, where did he get hit at? He got hit in the left rear. Yeah, see, Penley does have a little bit of damage here in that left rear. I think nothing can affect him too much here. I'm almost wondering if he has toe damage from that, though. No, you're not, Joey. If you do that when I'm crew chiefing you, you're going to get an earful. You better start putting practice laps in now. So Bozer is leading the way. And right now, Bozer will be looking for his 3rd win of the season. And he has a very comfortable lead. Lap 11 of 40, 14-second gap. Nathan Penley says it too hard. He's going to go off track and lose a spot to Jeremy Ball. Michael Ball, my bad. We had a Jeremy Beal racing for a bit, so I got those two mixed up sometimes. And one of the biggest things when you race road courses is you got to get in a rhythm, and once something happens, that rhythm breaks, you got to get back in that rhythm in a hurry. And I think that's what we're seeing out here at Penley. That slight mistake is just him getting taken out of the rhythm he was in, and now he's trying to find that rhythm again. We got another battle starting to brew again for second. Dewsbury, he has caught back up to the bumper of Penley. He has a blinking problem, so we'll have to watch Penley here. Let's actually take a quick look if we can. See if the track has cooled down. Let's pull up the weather. It actually has cooled off quite a bit. It's dropped to 106. Still a pretty hot track temp for a road course. Let's see what this can show us. I don't think it's going to show us anything. No, unfortunately not. William Bover, he is just driving away. Really haven't showed him too much because he has just taken the lead from the green and he hasn't looked back a bit. Oh, yeah, okay. Kind of curious when these guys are going to pit lane. Because I want to say it's a one-stop race, but I could be wrong. Actually, as I say that, Medford's coming to pit lane this time by. I don't think you can make it 25 laps. Not seeing a lot of damage on that truck. That's the damage from contact between him and Fuller earlier in the race. This might be a scheduled pit stop, so it might be a two-stop race. Yeah, he very well might lap 3/4 of the field. I mean, Fuller's in the pit lane as well. He's already lapped 15 of the drivers in this race, and we graded was 22. I think the 04 is still out there. No, we graded was 21. But he's already lapped 6 guys. But he's still out there, so I'm kind of curious if these guys are just trying to short pit. Here comes Dewsbury down pit lane this time by. Let's see what Bobby does. Bobby's staying out, so I'm almost wondering if these guys are short pitting. Like they know they can make it from here to the end. Because if I'm Bover, I'm staying out as long as I can. I think the best time for Bover is to pit when he starts catching a lot of lap traffic, if he can go that long. And the biggest group of lap traffic I see is about a third of a lap ahead of him. He has the 06 about 15 seconds or so ahead of him, and then the next group is led by Nathan Fuller. You see him there on the track map, just crossing the start finish line. I mean, Ball coming down pit lane, or Michael Ball, dang it. Yeah, I'm almost now thinking those guys are short pitted as both are going another lap. 25 to go this time by. Bobby hasn't pitted yet, but he has made his way up to third. As I say, that coming down pit lane this time by. Yeah, he might lap all the way up into like the top 5. Probably restart his pit box there a little bit. "19 seconds is the gap." We should start taking bets, chat. How many trucks do you think will finish on the lead lap? I'm gonna say 5. She knows crash it. I'm gonna say 3. No, 4. 4. 4 is my final answer. Joey saying 5 and only that. That's my teammate. Go with her. Yeah, he's put on an absolute show here tonight. I think 5 I even might be off Joey because Nathan's pitted, Bucher's pitted, Joe I think pitted, Bobby is pitted, Dewsbury's pitted. They're all 40 plus seconds down, and then once he pits, it'll be like 15. Yeah. That should be interesting. Well, we're almost to the halfway point. Leader has yet to pit, so go ahead and run some ads by our sponsors, and then we'll be back here in a bit.
Trying melatonin and different sleep aids, and nothing has worked for me. Nothing.
This stuff works.
And it's called cutscene.
This stuff just feels like I naturally am falling asleep.
And it's made for us gamers.
Trust me, from a streamer and gamer like myself, I know how hard it is.
Cutscene helps the gears stop turning.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm drinking lemonade.
This actually also helps you put yourself into a routine.
This stuff has been such a game changer for me.
And then you just have a great night's sleep. And when I woke up the next day at 7 or whatever time it was, I just felt like I slept through the night.
This is not BS. This is legit clean stuff.
It's sugar-free, it's gluten-free, it's natural, it's vegan.
Love drinking it on my last game of the night.
Enough! Enough! It works! It works! It's good!
Alright, and we are back. 22 to go still. Bozert still in the lead. 21-second gap over Penley. Probably going to run this tank down to the bottom, run it dry. We do got a decent battle going on back here. This will be the battle for either third or second once pit cycle's complete. Bobby gets caught up to the 75 of Dewsbury. Trying to get around him. He's looking inside. Dewsbury can go wide. Bobby Rafferty can get around Spencer Dewsbury here. Here comes Penley to pit lane. Both came in as well, so I'm almost wondering they cannot make it to the end. And there's a gap to both for 14 seconds. I don't think May is pitted. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. If May can make it to midway. No, he has not. Both are he had just pitted. Penley has just pitted. Frey hasn't pit yet either. I want to say it's the 08 of Lucan. It is the 08 of Lucan in front of him. Has Medford pit yet? Yes, he has. That's right, because Medford is actually the first guy down pit lane. So in the meantime, looks like it has paid off for him. Trying to find battles on track. Not really seeing a lot. You got Joe Robert and Darren Cannon pretty close to each other. I'm pretty sure Joe has just got around him. No, Joe had just left pit lane. So Joe's on a fresh set of tires. Question is that his second or Joe? That would be his first stop. Now the battle we got starting to go here is a little bit is Penley is starting to catch up to Dewsbury here a little bit. These two are battling a little bit earlier in the race. Dewsbury made a mistake out of turn 2. Washed a little wide and allowed Penley to get around him. So, pitting a little bit early put Dewsbury back in front of Penley. I keep forgetting we can't really watch Dewsbury because he's blinking a little bit. Oh, and Dewsbury can get loose out of that corner. I think Penley's a little bit quicker on those fresher tires. Take another look at stint lengths. Either Penley is on 4-lap newer tires. I think Penley might get him here. Oh, I thought there was contact there. And another battle we got going is Rafferty. He is caught to the back bumper of Medford. He's about for second. This track is just so hard to pass on. I think Penley can look to set up the pass here. Dewsbury's going to defend the inside. Penley all over that back bumper. Going to try the outside here, possibly in turn 2. Oh, and Dewsbury can get loose in turn 2. Almost contact between him and the 97. That 75 is doing everything he can to keep that 97 in his rearview mirror. You know what other close battle we got? Medford and Rafferty. Some lap traffic in front of these guys. Looks like Medford's just going to let Bobby... Oh! Lucan just slammed the wall there trying to let them by. Penley looking to the inside. Close call there for Dewsbury. Penley can... No, he can't get the drive off. Dewsbury is doing everything he can to keep that 97 behind him. He's taking away the preferred line going into the corners. But Penley's going to dive bomb going into 2. Penley finally, after 2 laps of battle, can be able to get around that 75 machine. I'm pretty sure Penley's just going to drive away now. He was a little bit quicker there than the 75. What, 16 to go? still got Bozert leading the way. Now has lapped up to P12. 11th place. Just now exiting turn 2. So a little bit of distance between Bozert and 11th. I mean, you would think this is a Sunday stroll for Bozert. I mean, not only does he have a 23-second gap, he has a 23-second gap over Bobby, who is known to be fast everywhere we go, and he's just taking the kids for a walk right now. And Nathan, another guy I want to talk about, Nathan Fuller. He's had a rough go. He had that contact with Medford, went off track on the first lap. He's bounced back. Currently sitting in that 6th place, just outside the top 5. 14 to go. I don't see him catching Dewsbury, but if someone in that top 5 makes a mistake, he can get himself another top 5 of the season. And Fuller already has 6 top 5s this season, lined up to get his 10th top 10 right now, currently sitting in that 6th spot. Fuller coming to pit lane this time by. That kind of proves my point is you can't make it on one stop. I think you can, though, because Joe did pit on lap 20. Bozert pit on 19, Penley pit on 19, May pit on 20, and Frey pit on 20. So you might be able to make it on one lap as... Here's someone spinning out. Something happened. I heard some tire squealing going on. So now the question is, who can make it on fuel from here? Who has to stop one more time? Nathan, the first guy to stop the second time for tires. Bobby coming in this time. Dewsbury coming in this time. Even with pitting twice, Nathan Fuller's still right there for a top 10 finish. Dewsbury's still in pit lane. I wonder if he got a black flag. No, he's coming out now. Dewsbury actually coming out in a lot of traffic. If I'm Penley, I'm almost wondering to try to test the waters of maybe making Anthony Frey. I'll watch this. not common you see Frey make a mistake on a road course. He's usually one of the more consistent guys we have in the league. Got a little loose there. Both for equal for Stafford. I mean, might as well. I mean, his biggest gap was 20 seconds. So you can kind of call him Verstappen. Like I said earlier, he's looking for his third win of the season. Both are actually very consistent. 8 top 10s and 8 top 5s. 10 races he has started in, so he's almost basically guaranteed a top 10 when he shows up in races right now. Definitely be one of the guys to watch when we do start the playoffs here in a couple weeks. I'm just curious what the fuel situation is for him and Penley. It looks like Bobby and Medford be going at it yet again. Both these guys have pitted and got fresh set of tires. Well, Joe, I hate to say it, I think we might be wrong. 10 to go. Unless Bosworth does not have to pit again. No, you might be right. It might be 5. But I think he might have to pit one more time. Bobby's trying to get back around at 81. I think he's had to pass Medford. I think this will be the third time he's passed him if he can get around him here. Yeah, maybe. Here comes Penley down pit lane. Bobby gonna try the outside here. Actually, he's gonna step a pass to the inside going into the final corner. He just can't get the drive off Medford with the momentum going down the front stretch. I mean, if you're Bosford, you have a 48-second lead right now. You can definitely do some saving. You know, go half, 3/4 throttle down the straightaways. I mean, you're in a position. Yeah, so I said that before I looked over, but yeah. With the big of the lead he has, he can definitely start saving fuel here. Which might be what he's doing. I saw that time drop almost half a second. Yeah, both of them might be saving right here. But then, here's the thing though. With that big of a lead, he can actually pit right here to get fuel and go and still maintain the lead. Now he's running the risk of saving and then still running out. If I'm William, I'm pitting. You won't lose 47 seconds pitting. Yeah. I don't think the risk is worth it if I'm William. Oh, he's actually in pit lane right now. I thought I saw that. Now, I will say this, though. 90 right here. 90 of Justin May. He did come in on lap 20. So, I think he'd be the next close guy on fuel. He might be able to sneak in a top 5 here if he's able to go the rest of the way. He does have Dewsbury behind him by about a second and a half. So, he can't really afford to save too much if he wants to get a top 5. Now, if he's good with settling with 6, he can actually save a little bit because it's another 6 seconds back to Fuller in 7th. Oh, someone's put on the front stretch. Break Osborne. Looks like Bobby's actually started to fall back a little bit from the 81 in Medford. We got 7 to go. Both are still leading the way. And this guy, he has put on a show. He has put on an absolute clinic. I think he should be able to get Bucher here, but I don't think he can catch a 13 to Cannon unless something happens to him. Yeah, he He pitted. There it is. Yeah, he pitted a couple laps ago. I'm just wondering if May and Robert are good on gas, though. They might be cutting it close. Actually, we missed the pass for 5th. Dewsbury did get around May for P5. Dewsbury getting around May the same way Penley passed him earlier, diving it in deep there into turn 2. Ah, that makes sense. Oh no, Candy coming to pit this time by. And hole 9 left on the lead lap with 5 coming to 4 to go. I'll say this. I don't know if some of these people do this. I'm not saying I'm bad at road courses, but some of these guys can just fly around this track. Or any road course. I don't know how people do it. No big wrecks. The only wreck that kind of had implications on the top 5 was around lap 12-ish. Medford has sent it a little too deep into turn 2, spun around, collected Penley. Both the guys have rebounded, or not Penley, collected Fuller, the other Nathan. Medford rebounded pretty well. Nathan took some time to get back in his rhythm, but he's currently running in that 7th spot. Bosvert took the green and from the pole and literally has not looked back. He has led every single lap up to this point. 3 to go this time by. Will can't do interview. He said, "You're lying." I had to drive fast tonight because I have to go to work. Glad it all worked out. Excited for Auto Club next week. Huge shout out to the lappers that got out of the way. Greatly appreciate it. Is that really what he said? Or are you lying to me? But yeah, none of your business. I don't think there's been a big pileup. I mean, there's been people spinning here and there, going off track, but other than that 2-car incident in turn 2 between 2 top 5 guys, I think everything else has just been a single car incident. Hey, you better tell me you better at least do some burnouts. I don't like when people win and don't do donuts. That's why I don't like Ryan Blaney. I'm kidding. I like Blaney. We got 2 to go this time by. Top 5, Beaufort, Medford, Rafferty, Penley, and Dewsbury. Kind of curious if May and Joe can make it on fuel from here. William Beaufort, though, is going to come on that final turn. Going to get the white flag this time by. He has taken all these drivers to school. Smoked the whole field. Took the green flag. Never looked back. Lapping over half the field. Both can literally just put it in neutral and just coast the rest of the way. Tell him to come to a complete stop before crossing the line. Oh, 21 going off track right in front of the leader. That was a close call. William Bozer going to handle this last couple of turns here. He is going to collect his 3rd win of the season in dominating fashion. Probably the most dominating fashion we have seen here in this league in a while at a road course. William Bozer getting the win here at Mid-Ohio. Jeremy Medford more than likely going to come in 2nd. There you go, William. Yeah. I don't got time to do a lap. I'm doing it right here. Dominating win from there. And Medford still hasn't crossed the finish line yet. That's how dominating it was. He had time to do a couple burnouts. And Medford just now coming across the start-finish line. Rafting going to come in 3rd. Penley in 4th. Dewsbury around at your top 5. Looks like May was able to make it on field. He'll come across 6. Fuller and Joe battling out to the line. Switch back to see that. Fuller can be able to beat out Joe there. 7th and 8th. Michael Ball will come across P9. Alrighty, let's get the interviews complete here. Still waiting for one more to join the podium because both can't do it. Alrighty. Go ahead and pull down our... Whoa. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Put on 3rd place finisher, Mr. Booby Rafferty. What is going on, Bobby?
I'm worn out. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Hey! Hey, I'll let Jeremy get with you on that one, mister.
I apologize for the profanity to all the peoples, but I'm worn out.
Anyways, man, he go out there. William took you all to school, surprisingly. Usually when we go to road course, it's the Bobby Rafferty show, but tonight it was the William Bozert show, man. You had some pretty good battles there with Medford. I think you had passed him twice in a race, just couldn't get around in there in that last stint. What do you think happened differently that last stint with Medford? Because he actually gained some time on you there.
Yeah, he was we were joking around before, right after the last pit stop. I said, "You done it again." He goes, "Yeah, I ain't gonna make it easy this time." And boy, he didn't. He did. He was smart. He put his truck where it needed to be every time, and it was going to be a matter of I'm either going to go for the pass and risk wrecking a guy that's running for points, or just settle. And it just got to a point where I said, "You know what? This isn't worth it. The guy's running for points. I'm here for ha-has. Back off a little bit and just settle in for a third place." But he ran an incredible race. And hats off to William. William actually sent me a DM, says he's late for work, so I don't think he's going to be joining us for a post race.
No, his buddy posted in chat. He gave his pre-race speech, so I told him that he better do burnouts, and this dude legit did a couple burnouts before you guys even cross the start finish line. So that's pretty impressive. You can get a couple of donuts done before second place crosses.
Yeah, he had an absolute incredible performance tonight. You know, hats off to him. He was very, very, very quick. Even if I started up front, I don't think he would have got me by 20 seconds, but I bet you he would have gotten me by about 10, 15 seconds. He was fast. I didn't have anything for him.
All right, man. Well, congrats on that third place finish, and Jeremy said it's $100 fine for that, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, I'll catch you later, man.
Have a good one. I just want to thank, obviously, real quick before you throw me out, got to thank Relentless, SBRN for putting on the broadcast. Sorry, Jeremy, I love you. And yes, now that it's negative, you can complain that it's cold. Also got to thank my team, Exiled Esports, Ancient World Gaming, Cutscene, EPI, SimRap Market, Design the Void, FGR Excel, Next Level Racing. I'm probably forgetting a bunch here, but been a while since I've been up here. I've not had the best of luck, so little rusty on this stuff. You know, thank God for helping me get through this interview. So we'll catch you later.
Man, catch you later. All right, next we'll pull down our second place finisher. Mr. Jeremy Medford did not have the easiest going, made a slight mistake in turn 2 early in the race, so was able to rebound to a P2. But man, you and Bobby were going at it. It was the battle for second as William just kind of took the green flag and never looked back.
Yeah, I'm glad we could give you guys at least a little bit of TV, because William was just gone by lap 2. I already knew that nobody was going to catch him after I was saw the laps he was putting down in practice. So, yeah, always a really fun battle with Bobby on the road courses.
Yeah, man, if you don't mind me asking, what happened there when I want to say you self-spun. I don't think there was any contact between you and Penley. It seemed like you just sent it in a little too deep and just got on the brakes to stay off the 97.
I hit my usual braking point. Maybe it was a little late because he was braking pretty early compared to me because he was on a different strategy. But he was not driving very nice, we'll say. He wasn't really making it easy on me, so I tried to send it in there, and I didn't want to lock him up and go straight into him, so I just slowed it down as much as I could. Still got into him, and it just messed my truck up enough to where I kind of spun around a little bit, but I got going pretty quick.
Yeah, man, I was surprised you were able to rebound the way you did. I was talking after it had happened. You collected Fuller in that, and Fuller looked like it took him a little bit longer to get back in the rhythm. And I was telling people how important it is, you know, when you get an instant like that at a road course, you gotta find that rhythm in a hurry, because once you break that rhythm, and if you don't get back into it, you're just gonna get more and more mad. And the more mad you get, the more mistakes you make. So, did a really good job rebounding from that. Still finishing ahead of Penley, and actually finishing in P2.
Yeah. Fuller, he's always pretty quick. I was surprised he wasn't up there challenging me at the end. And Penley, I was surprised that he pitted. Again, I guess he had to take a splash, but I guess he couldn't really save enough. So as soon as he pitted, I was like, oh, I got P2 in the bag as long as I can keep Bobby behind. So it was a good run.
All right, man. Congrats on the P2 here tonight. And good luck next week as we go racing Auto Club.
Appreciate it, man.
Oh, he's just scared. All right, so that will round up the field here tonight, or the race, I should say, here tonight. A pretty quick race. It was a road course, no caution being thrown. Next week, we go to Auto Club. Very fun track to race, that very fun track to broadcast. Multi-groove track, a lot of high-speed racing. So looking forward to what these truck guys can do there next week. I think it's a longer race. Yes, it's a 70-lap race, so pretty decently length race there at Auto Club with only 3 extra sets of tires. So next week at Auto Club should be interesting. So we'll catch you all then, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the final race of the round of 16. See who makes it to the round of 8. Like I said, Eric Warman winning last week locked himself into the next round. See if anyone else can lock themselves in with a win, and see if we might have an upset winner. We got some guys in the playoffs that can go out there and maybe sneak a spot into the round of 12. We'll catch you all then, and you all have a safe week. And I forgot to say this, but happy belated New Year's to you guys, and happy belated Christmas. Hopefully that all went well. And we'll, Joe will catch you guys tomorrow night for the cup race.
Trying melatonin and different sleep aids, and nothing has worked for me. Nothing.
This stuff works.
And it's called cutscene.
This stuff just feels like I naturally am falling asleep.
And it's made for us gamers.
Trust me, from a streamer and gamer like myself, I know how hard it is.
Cutscene helps the gears stop turning.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm drinking lemonade.
This actually also helps you put yourself into a routine.
This stuff has been such a game changer for me.
And then you just have a great night's sleep. And when I woke up the next day at 7 or whatever time it was, I just felt like I slept through the night.
This is not BS. This is legit clean stuff.
It's sugar-free, it's gluten-free, it's natural, it's vegan.
Love drinking it on my last game of the night.
Enough! It works! It's good!